Flint's new music leader. We are Club 93781, a show featuring local artists, entertainers, producers, even people who got brands going on in Flint. Anything that has a positive impact on Flint. I want to talk to you. Nino Tarintino in the building, Charlie Major in the building from F.A.M.E, also known as F.A.M.E and Money Entertainment. What's going on, guys?
What's up with you, man?
Let's go right to the beginning, man. How did this brand all come together? How did you guys come up with F.A.M E and Money? Or Family and Money.
For Family and Money.
Yeah.
Family and Money, yeah.
Really, it's just about family. This is my cousin, you know what I'm saying? A little bit older than me. I'm his little cousin.
Okay.
And he just became my manager like a week ago.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, but we've been knowing each other our whole lives and shit.
Okay.
And it was kind of like, can we cuss on the radio?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all on YouTube, man, so you can say whatever you want.
For sure. Word. The main thing was, you know, he just told me he believed in me and he's seen the movement. It's like being a part of the movement without actually being in the logistics. So it's like, oh, okay, you know, now we need to do this for real, you know what I'm saying? And just so happened you called me the next day after that, so it's been history ever since.
That's dope. So with this Family and Money, you guys make t-shirts, you guys, I mean, tell us about the brand, man.
Really it's going to become a apparel line.
Okay.
And the main thing is just promo. We're going to use it for promo. We're going to be putting it in our videos. We want to shoot a short film. We want to actually have this stamp everywhere. Have the pretty women wearing it, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get a shirt, you know what I'm saying? Just to give it the Flint feel, you know? We need the stamp. So just to make that official,
I feel like there is a lot of rappers and producers and singers in Flint. There's not a whole lot of brands though, like actual, like, you know, apparel brands.
For sure.
And I mean, all it takes is really one person wearing your brand, that somebody, and boom, it blows up. I mean, you look at Supreme, you look at, you know, the Hundreds, you look at Diamond, you know, all these companies, and it starts with one person wearing it. They're like, yo, that's dope. Where can I get that?
Even like Crenshaw and stuff like that, like Nipsey Hussle and stuff like that. That's like some influence that influenced me. What's some of your influences that kind of got you really like wanting to really, you know, like do the apparel thing? Because we talk about it a lot. Now is the time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, to tell you the truth, you know, like I said, I'm a little older from, you know, so as far as, you know, the music I came up on, you know, it was Jay-Z, you know, Rockefeller,
Rockaware, you know,
and the thing, and now even with Family and Money, it's not even just apparel. You know, we're trying to do the whole thing all the way around.
Managing artists,
and that's what we're really looking into as a managing artist, because you see it, he see it, I see it. It's a lot of talent here.
Right.
It's
right
now.
Right now, it's a lot of talent.
Big
and
shout out to you though.
Because you helping push the movement.
Yeah.
You helping push the movement, and it's really just waiting for the city's waiting for somebody to pop off, to really pop off, and to really connect with all demographics, you know, around the area, so where they can really get the city behind them and do something. So one thing I always say is, we a small city.
Yeah.
But they take a special kind of person to live here.
Yeah.
It takes a special kind of person to make it here. You know, so it's a lot of talent. It's a lot of talent here. And like I said, what we really trying to do with the whole Family and Money thing, because the thing is, you know, reason why I mess with Nino, reason why I do this with him, is not just because of my family.
Right.
You know, I got family members I don't even talk to.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I do it with him because I see some of him. And like I said, we do, and you know, we're all here on the whole apparel thing, but we do it all. We do the music. He's been doing his thing for a while.
I'm just videos.
I'm just ready, you know, getting ready to do my thing, you know. But we came up with a plan, because the way, if we're gonna call ourselves, we want other artists to work with us.
Yeah.
And to believe in our vision that we can take them to the next level, we got to give them a product first.
Yeah. Right.
So what better product to use than right here?
Right.
So if we take some, because we're coming in with no affiliations. We're coming in straight from the ground up, and you're gonna see it from the ground up. And we feel like if we can make us the hottest niggas in the city, then they gonna want to shop with us.
Yeah, and I think it's building a brand too, and you guys are starting like right from the bottom, you know. But getting back to like the talent in Flint, I've seen it just in the past couple of years. I mean, now, you know, when I say that there's an oversaturation of rappers and producers, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather have too much of something than not enough of something.
Yeah, right. Because it'd be dry out here.
Right.
Yeah, most definitely.
But I mean, you look at Flint, and you look at the Detroit market, and you look at Saginaw, like Flint is doing big things. There's a dozen artists that should be signed right now.
Shout out to every artist. Shout out to my cousin Zeke. You know what I'm saying? He's doing big things. We got to make sure we do the shameless plug. I want to make sure this family thing go a long way. So you know what I'm saying? I want to shout out to everybody that's doing something big in the city right now. Shout out to Buck Hollingsworth. I know he was just on your
Buck's the man.
Buck's the man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. It's people you don't even know about. Like my brother-in-law, his name is Rich Clay. He's one of the dopest producers ever to grace Flint. You know, he's straight from Atlanta, and it's like he didn't soaked up the culture. You get what I'm saying? So now it's like we giving the people this different type of flavor due to the resources we have. You know what I'm saying? So right now as we on go, he wanted to talk to you about a record that we got. Actually, I did the first copy of it. Like, I feel like it's just the first go around of it, and it's called My Heart. It's produced by Rich Clay, and it's the vibe. It's an original record. You know, it's something nice. So we're gonna do the remix. You know what I'm saying? He gonna elaborate on it a little bit, but it's gonna be featuring Charlie Major. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a big outbreak for him. Like he said, I kind of been doing it. I'm like probably on my like 4th video. You can YouTube me, Nino Tarintino. I did a video named John Connor, and that was big. I just posted it, you know what I'm saying? Because it happened like 2.5 years ago. But I want the people to know that this is not just something that's happening right now. It's been going on. You just catching on. Like,
well, I mean, you got to build a blueprint. You got to plan things out. You got to get everything together. But my thing is unless you're like living in Flint or the surrounding areas, you really don't know what's going on in the city.
Exactly.
You know, and there's so many artists right now that are doing big things, and I think that the only thing that really Flint is lacking is the support of others.
For sure.
You know, everybody wants to blow up on their own, but when you got a team behind you,
that's
you know, you got your whole city behind you. And, you know, there's artists that get it, and there's other artists that I can see that, you know, it's, I'm going to plug me, I'm going to plug me, I'm going to plug me. You know, it's where you guys came right in, plug Zeke, plug Buck. You know, it's about getting the word out. You know, and as much as you shout out other people, those people need to be shouting you out too.
And these people that we naming, first of all, we look at family. We look at family. We got morals and shit like that. So it's like we look at family real big. So my first thing with Cuz being one of the rappers right now in the forefront, and me being his little cousin, it's like, let me make sure I do something right real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then Buck Hollingsworth, he just been showing the real love. You know what I'm saying? He comment, he post. You know what I'm saying? He share. And it's like, that's the stuff that I mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be the type of guy who is going to be the one that's trying to be in the spotlight. This ain't really about the spotlight. It's about, like you said, getting out. You know what I'm saying? Getting the people to know. And, you know, coming up with hot shit. And that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
So where do you see the brand in a year? Like, obviously, you guys are just starting now. You want to get some T-shirts rolling out to the city.
Definitely.
I mean, when you build a brand like this and you start building apparel, do you go to the clubs and you're like, yo, I got shirts, you know, you should check it out? Like how does it go for an apparel brand?
F.A.M.E was just telling me, like, we need to start hitting the clubs. I bullshit you not. He was just telling me, like, he was just telling me last night we was having a meeting, and it's kind of like, you got to start hitting the clubs, and we got to start doing it in a major way.
Yeah.
I totally agree with it, because it's like we got to touch the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this next level for us is touching the people. Like, we already did kind of the footwork, and it took a minute to get here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just everybody just don't get here. I'm glad that you giving people a chance. Yeah. And it's like, shit, right now, that's the move for us. That's the next plan is touching the people, giving the people something solid that they can feel comfortable with to call it their own. Yeah. And that's what we really initially wanted to market with Family and Money.
Yeah. So with Family and Money, if someone you know checks out a shirt and they want to get it, where do they go?
They can definitely contact you. You know, I definitely had them in a I tagged you earlier. They can definitely hit up Charles, you know what I'm saying? It's my cousin Charlie Major, you know what I'm saying? You can definitely hit him up on a book. And we kind of like really promote a lot on social media. So you can just follow Nino Tarintino. And it's like, it's going to be the shameless plug all the time. You're going to see his name tag. My girlfriend, my fiance, she's literally doing in class for marketing right now. Like, she goes to college and shit. So it's like she want to be a marketer. I went to school for marketing. He went to school for marketing. We came up with a great marketing scheme to, you know what I'm saying? Not even a scheme, but a plan to really capitalize. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's great for us right now. And this momentum that Flint is giving off with the music and the talent that's on the scene, our plan, to originally answer that the question, our plan in a year is to make sure that we're touching the people and grasping people along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're supposed to be doing videos and all of that. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I can give you even a real clear picture about that. Like I said, in the year, we plan to be us and whoever's under us to be the hottest in the city. To be the one that can break barriers. If it's not us, we're gonna be touching whoever it is doing that.
Definitely.
That's what I believe. I'm not just saying that because I'm up here. I'm saying that because I believe.
Yeah.
And even with, as far as you were saying, the blueprint. As far as the first, like I said, we got morals and we got principles. The first principle is quality over everything. So that's the thing. We're not gonna do nothing unless it's quality. So we want to make sure every time that Family and Money brand is shown, every time you've seen that, it's quality. Like I said, and it's not. This is going to be a grassroots operation. This is going to be, we're going to do the footwork. We're going to get to people and touch the people. But even with that, I'm going to make sure to put it in the right hands.
For sure. I was just finna say that, and not to cut fam off, the main thing is we kind of want to be like brand ambassadors. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to go to my cousins. He can be like, okay, I need you to wear the apparel, or, you know what I'm saying, put this in your video, or however we need to do it to get it out there farther. You know what I'm saying? Or add your touch, because, loyalty makes family is his thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all of that happened organically. It wasn't like we sat somewhere and was like, okay, you're going to do this and I'm going to do this. We actually don't talk that often. But it's like, it's blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything is going to go natural over here. And we are definitely going to be subject to making sure the people is okay in this. You know what I'm saying? I just want that official Flint stamp. That's why we had to stop by 93.7. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we just want everything to be grammatically correct on paper. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, Family and Money Entertainment, if you want to check out the brand and everything like that, you can hit up Nino or Charlie. And if you're listening to this and you're a Flint rapper, you're watching this right now, it's a very good opportunity to rep a brand that's right here in Flint.
Contact us.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of, the majority of rappers and artists here in Flint use producers that are in here in Flint. Use video directors that are in here in Flint.
Every hot producer that's out there right now, I can name drop. I don't know if that's the thing we're doing, but, I work with Banks. You know what I'm saying? I work with Cadet. I worked with Najee. Shout out the graduates. They was some of the first people to really start engineering my sons and stuff like that. Then I graduated to kind of like working with D Golden. He's the band director for Beecher. You know what I'm saying? So it's massive, the stuff that we got going on. And then my girlfriend just so happened to have a talented brother, and this guy, he's a globetrotter. He done been to Flint, you know what I'm saying, Nashville, Texas, anywhere between. Stopped in Atlanta, and it's like he done soaked up this whole culture, like I said before, and it's like it's giving our sound this new shit. It's just so good right now. Like, he got a record that he wanted to talk to you about, but most of all, we kind of trying to push my heart. You know what I'm saying? It's an original joint. I just put out an EP called Trap, which is an acronym for Take, Risk, and Prosper. You know what I'm saying? So
check that out on the SoundCloud, Nino Tarintino.
For sure. The main thing about that was just making sure we get the people something, because I just got out of jail too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came from like doing all of this type of stuff to now, we doing it legitimately. You know what I'm saying? Having our brand LLC'd and copyrighted and stuff like that. We're trying to really make a solid platform for new artists that's coming and artists that's already been here. You know what I'm saying? So
make sure that you check out Family and Money Entertainment and support a brand that's right here in Flint, man. Support local people doing local things. 8-1 show with Family and Money Entertainment.
I can ask you a question before, because I know you're like I said, you're in the scene, you're in the indie scene right here in the city, but also you touch mainstream as well. What you see from the artists in the city, in your opinion, what is it going to take for that connect to where to be able to get to that, truly get to that next level?
I think it's just getting support. That's what it's all about. And I think that a lot of people focus just on Flint.
And it gotta be more than that.
You gotta focus outside of Flint. When you start popping in your city, you need to start going to places like Texas and Atlanta and
world
and everywhere. So yeah, I think that that's definitely what artists need to do around here. When you start blowing up and you start, selling out clubs and you start, I mean, if you got 10 people in the club, then you need to work on your craft to
a
get
little
that
bit
fill.
more. Yeah, for sure.
But there's a lot of artists here to where it's like, man, like I know for Cliff Mack, like I'm waiting on his album to drop just because Cliff gets it.
He gets it, and he definitely gets it, and it's like. I want to know, like I say, that's the first words you're going to hear when you say another artist. I'm going to say shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Because the biggest thing is, once he make it, you know what I'm saying, we all make it. You know what I'm saying? If Nino Tarintino make it, we all make it. If you go to the next level, it's going to be like you was the personality on 93.7 in Flint. So it's like, we all make it. You know what I'm saying? So if we can play this pull along game, it's going to work. You know
and I think it's too many artists that are just showing out for themselves and not bringing along their team with them, and you do see that a lot. But then you see people who really do back other artists. I see Zeke do it all the time. Zeke's always posts about other artists,
for sure.
and, shouting out Veli and Twice, and all these artists that are
he
really
just won coast to coast. So shout out to Vel.
Hey, yo, he nice, man.
Shout out to Vel.
That dude's, and like to me, I look at him and it's like when you can go on somebody else's track and outdo them,
for sure.
Like you see it all the time in mainstream. I mean, when you look at, like, you go back in the day and you look at that Renegade track, and I mean outshined Hove on that,
for real.
and then you look at him now, and I mean he's arguably, him and Jay are two of the biggest, but with Veli, he'll get on a track and you listen to his verse, it's something about the tone in his voice.
And shout out to Twice too, you know what I'm saying? I know his pops Anthony, so shout out to Twice too. Like you said, just the overall artistry. You know what I'm saying? People that you name and is giving you original sound that's Flint. They're not giving you this. I feel like a lot of artists around here who's just in the middle. Like you get artists like us. I feel like I've been around. Like we had our music shot by the same people or directed by the same video directors and shit like that. So it's like I feel like we're like vets. You know what I'm saying? But when you got the new artists coming, you know what I'm saying, they really adapt to a style that's called like the Detroit style, where it's like they want to wear buffs and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with that because you just showing another culture respect, you know what I'm saying, and you supporting that. But the main thing is you got to be yourself.
Yeah, and I think not everybody in Flint needs to be wearing Cartiers and cause that's the original Detroit.
That's the original Detroit stuff.
But I think it's finding your own lane, and there's people doing it, and there's people like you guys, that are building a brand that's going to be local in Flint. I mean, you look at what Tommy did with the Detroit First Everybody. It was a simple concept that blew up.
Right. And so we one thing away.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We're one thing away.
I was telling them even with the logo right here. It came with this on. I'm like, it's simple.
Yeah.
But it's quality.
Right.
We make that happen.
And like I said, you can brand that right there. Like I said, we can get that in the shot right there. This is for my man Art right here. We come bearing gifts.
Yeah, we definitely come bearing gifts.
Yeah, make sure that you check out F.A.M.E. and Money Entertainment, man, and shout out to Nino and Charlie coming through for the 8-1 show. Appreciate you guys.
No doubt, man. Anytime.